Hello, I'm Nikki and I am a bride-to-be and wedding content creator, and today we're talking about wedding regrets. Let's get started, shall we? Okay, so first up we have a video by Bride with Vibes.
Things I regret buying for my 2024 wedding. First, the branded cups, koozies, napkins, all of it, they were not used, not even in any photos. I just wouldn't do it. The getting ready robe,
The branded stuff. Okay, so my bestie, my maid of honor, she literally messaged me yesterday saying that she sold her Cricut and she wouldn't be able to like do all that stuff for me. And I was like, girl, don't even worry about it because I know that stuff adds up. So like, do you need the customizations? You don't. They do add to the aesthetic, but you don't need them. So in case you were thinking, oh, I need it, you don't. You don't.
The getting ready robe, I did not use it and I could have saved myself some money on that. The disposable cameras, guys, I spent like
I will be getting a getting ready robe, but I'm probably going to buy it used. Like I'm probably gonna buy my robe on Facebook Marketplace or like thrift it. But yeah, I probably will get one because it's like they're cute and like I'll wear it again. I promise.
Guys, I spent like $1,000 on these because I wanted photos from the guest point of view and they were forgotten about. The ones I did get were like blurry and bad. It was just, if I could do it again, I would definitely use like a photo app instead, like one of the ones where there's a QR code for you guys to scan and like join the shared album. My friend did this at her wedding last week. She used the app Dots Memories and it was so easy. They got a lot of great photos and I wish I would have done it. Okay, I could list so many more.
Okay, the photo apps. Yes. So for my Nigerian traditional wedding where I got this and I got engaged. If you guys don't know how that works, watch my video, or if you watch the video and you still have questions, comment and I'll make an updated video. But anyways, at that wedding we used the POV app. I paid a little bit extra. I paid like $7 extra to get like I think 40 people to use it. We only made like one poster because we planned that wedding in like a month, so we only made one poster to like have there. So not a lot of people knew about the app, like only like my friends knew. So we got under 10 photos unfortunately, and I only wasted $7 on the app. So I could have used the free version for that. All of this to say is that if you're going to use the POV app or like anything else, make sure you put it on your wedding website and like let your guests know, like make sure there's signage, QR codes at their tables, just so they know, because if not, they're just going to use their regular phone and like it won't upload. So make sure that your guests know and that it's easy, it's accessible and obvious. Yes.
So many more things not to spend money on, but a big one for me was my seating chart. I like rented this huge thing with a backdrop and your guests look at it for 30 seconds. If there's anything you regret buying at your wedding, I'd love to hear. I think the brides could use a little bit of de-influencing.
You know what? Thank you for posting that, because yeah, so I'm a thrift queen. Like this outfit thrifted. I got this from Talise. This chair that I'm sitting on, got this from my fiance's grandparents. Like I literally thrift everything. So anyways, I'm going to be like getting a mirror from like Marketplace or like the thrift store, and I'm going to be like writing the table numbers on like cute little cards, and like I'll put the inspiration. But like yeah, like that's my idea, because I have seen these like huge, beautiful like seating charts, but it's also like those are going to be used once and then the guests are just going to take their seat and then it's like a waste. So I'm trying to repurpose like a mirror, and that way it's like after I'm done, I'll take the cards off and I can still use the mirror in my house. So try and do things that you can repurpose. Like try not to spend a big chunk of change on something that's single use. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I got married 3 weeks ago, and here are some things that I regret about my wedding. I regret having my bridesmaids stand behind me during the ceremony. I realize this is kind of a weird thing to say, but it wasn't until I turned around at the end of the ceremony to fix my train that I actually got to take a second and look back at my girls. And I think I would have loved to see them standing behind my husband and have my husband's groomsmen stand behind him so I could kind of look at them for encouragement during the ceremony.
Okay, love that. Love that so much. I will be stealing that idea. Thank you so much, Alyssa. I also heard an idea specifically about that, is instead of having your bridal party stand up with you, you have them line the aisles, like so they'd be like in the spot right but before the aisle, because I know that like at weddings people get really confused with seating the bride side, the groom side. So I think having ushers is also a good idea, because you just don't want those empty spaces for the photographer, the videographer. So I think I'm gonna have my bridal party, I'm gonna have the groomsmen on my side and the bridesmaids on my fiance's side lining the aisles. So that way when I'm like standing there, I can like look over and be like, hey guys, like I'm getting married. And like I can see them and they're not behind me. And then also because they're gonna be dressed in black, looking all elegant, the groomsmen and the bridesmaids are usually like the best dressed people there, in my opinion, because it's like, you know, you're part of the bridal party next to the bride and groom, of course, anyways. So I think it'll just look really nice with like the nice black on both sides with the men and the bridesmaids, the groomsmen. I think it'll look perfect. So that's my idea. Love that idea, stealing it, but like tweaking it a little bit.
Another thing I regret is actually not scheduling more time into my timeline for the day to get ready. I didn't realize how long it would actually take me to get into my dress, put my sticky boobs on, adjust my train, pin the veil in, put all my earrings in, and I really could have gone with like an extra 20 minutes. I just felt a little bit rushed, and then from the second my dress was on, it just felt like the whole day went so quickly.
Okay, so my ceremony's at noon, so I feel like I'm gonna be feeling that a lot too, so I'm gonna have to wake up crazy early that day. The only reason my ceremony is at noon is because my priest was like, oh, but by the way, there's another wedding 2 hours after yours, so you're gonna have to get married earlier. And I was like, oh, okay, cool, I don't care, whatever. I definitely will be like booking in more time, because it's like after you get ready, you just kind of want to sit in like your full look and be like, yeah, like I'm about to be like somebody's wife, like. Yeah, so that's like, I want to build in at least an hour of that time, to be honest. Like, I want to sit and like, you know, take the content, look cute, do all that stuff. So yes, build in extra time to like make sure you're not rushing, because on a day like this, you just kind of want to soak it all in. You don't want to be like, okay, here and then here and then here and then here, because I remember at my traditional wedding, it was very much, and I literally was like, ah! And I'm the one who called the tables when it was time to eat. I was like, table 1, table 2, because we didn't plan this enough. So anyways, make sure you have time to enjoy the things. Yes.
The thing I regret is not scouting photo locations before. We ended up being kind of rushed for time, and I really wanted to take photos at the L stop near our venue. But we actually had to go to a different stop because the L stop was a little bit far away. And when we got to the stop, we actually realized that it was under construction. So we ended up kind of taking pictures on the side of the road by a construction site, and the lighting wasn't super great. The photos are still cool, but literally like where my eyes are looking is like a guy with a jackhammer. Like for part 2.
Okay, so next up we have a video from Jess Engstrom. From Jess.
These are all the wedding regrets that I learned here on Wedding TikTok that helped me have 99.9% zero wedding regrets. At first, not giving your photographer a wedding shot list. You can't go back and get photos after the fact, so definitely make sure you give your wedding photographer a wedding shot list. The wedding timeline getting off, I wish I scheduled more buffer time. Trust me, things always run behind scheduled buffers. I always say anything that takes 5 minutes in your normal day will take 30 minutes on your wedding day, because your wedding day is not like any other day and everything just takes that much longer. Not getting bridal portraits. Again, wedding photography shot list. Oof, this one pains me. Not spending enough time with your significant other on your wedding day. This one I took so to heart. I literally told my then fiance, we will not separate on our wedding day. Literally make a pact to stay by each other's side so that you wake up having the same memories and spend every waking moment together. So glad I did this.
Okay, so I agree with this so much. At my Nigerian traditional wedding, because that ceremony is very different, I basically did not see my fiance until like after like we were pronounced or whatever. So anyways, we had no time together at all. Like I saw him with his friends. We were both like acting as hosts, saying hi to people we haven't seen in a while, but like we were barely together. Like the first time we were together was like after he like proposed, and I was like oh my god. And then we were in the kitchen and we were all happy, and then the DJ yelled at us, but anyways, but yeah, like we didn't spend a lot of time together. So like when we talked about the wedding the next day, it was like, oh my god, that happened, oh my god, no way. And it's like, so that was fun, but also it was just like, I wish I missed you. So yeah, definitely make that pact with your significant other to like not separate, because like you guys want the same memories. Like you do.
And told my husband because we did not separate, and it was the best night of our lives. Not writing personal wedding vows. This one is definitely high on the list that I've seen a lot. Not hiring a wedding planner. I don't think we need to explain this one. Not buying the original dress I wanted to save costs. Ended up hating the other dress I bought, and then went out and bought the original dress that I actually wanted. Oof, that one's rough. Not doing a makeup trial. Oh my gosh. This one truly shakes me to my core. There would be no possible way I would enjoy my wedding if I did not like how I looked on my wedding day. I literally did a trial before I even hired my makeup artist. Then I did a second trial follow-up to practice all the looks. Why would you not try before you buy? I say this in the nicest way possible, but you are literally insane if you don't do a makeup trial and a hair trial before your wedding. Like, that's just crazy. Not having veil weights, too windy, couldn't wear their veil. I would definitely put veil weights in your emergency kit in case it's windy. Not taking time to soak it all in. Your wedding day goes by so fast. Your wedding day really does go by so fast. Literally enjoy every single moment and be so present. Oh, it's the best day ever. All right, we have a lot more wedding regrets to cover because people have a lot of wedding regrets on this platform. So I'm gonna make this into a part 2, but if you're a bride and you're planning your wedding, be sure to come back for part 2 of wedding regrets.
Okay, so she covered a lot, and she does have more, so make sure to check her out. So next up, we have a thread from the subreddit Weddings Under 10K, and the title is, what is your biggest regret about your wedding? We had our wedding recently in June. I loved our day, but my biggest regret is that we didn't rehearse me walking down the aisle. We didn't rehearse anything at all. We thought it would be a piece of cake. During the ceremony, I was nervous. I practically sprinted towards my husband, and that ruined the build-up a bit. What about you? Okay. The top comment is, this is small, but I was debating between having a few disposable cameras or using the POV app. The app was cheaper, so I went with that route. I actually confused a lot of people despite the QR code being on every table, and a lot of people just didn't bother using it. So that is a thing that can happen. Like, people, it's like, even if you do make it prominent, like I suggested, people are still gonna like instinctively like open up their phone camera app and just use that instead. So there is that. So it is really hard. Like, hopefully if you like hammer it into them that like, oh, we really want your perspective, that they use the POV app. But like, sometimes people are like, oh my god, you're so cute, you know. So another comment says, so busy we failed to eat or drink anything. Been there. I only ate like 3 bites of lasagna at my Nigerian traditional wedding, and I puked that night, guys. Like I puked like I was in university that night. Like, it was bad, but it was a great night. But like, put some food in you, for sure. Thank goodness someone told me this happened frequently, so I had a picnic basket made up for the hotel room. That's really cute. I love that, stealing it. And now every family wedding I go to, I make sure to give the bride a giant glass of water and stand there until they drink it. You're queen. Love that. Trusting my mom when she had a great MUA and hairstylist. I was an out of town bride, so no time for trials. Definitely don't ask someone older for hair and makeup recommendations. Ask someone your own age. Thank goodness my maid of honor was there to save the day. Yeah, because you know, styles change. So yeah, definitely ask someone whose look you like, or like not like if you're like very minimal and you ask someone who's like alternative, it's like maybe their recommendations aren't for you. So maybe, yeah, around your age, the look you like. Smart. Oh, okay, so this isn't that big of a regret, but I'm still kind of disappointed about it. We picked out a tater tot bar for late night snack, which I was so excited for, but we were both so busy we missed it. I should have said something to our coordinator that it was important for us, as she made sure we got appetizers during cocktail hour and plenty of water to drink throughout the day. So yeah, like if you do have a coordinator, make sure you tell them everything that's so important to you. Like, I want to make sure that I'm eating at my cocktail hour. I want to make sure that like blah blah blah. Like, tell them all the things and they will make it happen. Because as a wedding content creator, I've seen planners work, and like they literally, like I literally cannot imagine having a wedding now without a planner, because they take care of all the things that like the bride and the groom shouldn't have to worry about on their wedding day. So definitely get, and if you can't afford a planner, get like a dedicated friend who isn't in like the bridal party, because the bridal party is probably too busy. So anyways, just make sure you have somebody there to make sure that all your like everything that you want to happen on your day is going to happen, because it's like you worked so hard for this. You shouldn't be missing the thing that you planned. Like, that sucks. So yeah, definitely make sure hair is just like definitely make sure that you have somebody in charge of making, like, carrying out your wishes. Okay, so we are going to end this video with one more TikTok. It's from Kayla Follow, and yeah, let's hear it.
These are 5 wedding regrets from a bride who got married 2 weeks ago. Save this so you don't have the same wedding regrets I did. The first regret I had was not getting my bridesmaids to check my hair throughout the day. You can see here my hair was unraveling during my photos, and I even have a bobby pin on my shoulders. So make sure to get your bridesmaids to check your hair throughout the day, especially before your ceremony, so that it doesn't look like this. The next wedding regret I had was buying these shoes. TikTok convinced me that these were the wedding shoe of the season because they are so affordable and they're so pretty, but oh my god, my feet were killing me.
Okay, so what's awkward? The reason I'm like, I want those shoes. I added those to my cart. I saw somebody wearing it at a wedding I went to over the summer, and I was like, those are the ones. It's so unfortunate to hear that, but this is why we watch the videos, so we learn, so we do not have regrets. So now I will take them out of my cart, and I will find another viable option. But they were really cute, but that's unfortunate.
I could barely get through my portraits before I was taking these off and walking barefoot. The next thing I regretted was not making sure my dress was clean throughout the day. I don't know if it was because I self-tanned a few days before or if it was the bronzer from the Body Glow, but it was coming off, if you can see, on the corners of my dress, and they kind of went up. And I even brought chalk in my emergency kit, but I just never thought to put it on. So I always had these brown marks on the side of my dress. The fourth thing I regretted was not eating before the ceremony. You are up so early doing your hair and makeup, you're so excited, you're so busy that you forget to eat, and then you're about to walk down the aisle and you feel shaky as hell. Make sure your bridesmaids have food for you after you take your portraits if you're doing a first look, so that you can eat something before you walk down the aisle.
Okay, yeah, so for my Nigerian traditional wedding, because it started at like 2 p.m., me and Braden, because again, we planned it in like a month, it's very like Nigerian traditional, so it's like we did things a little differently. This is the venue for our Nigerian traditional wedding tomorrow. Just set it up. It's quite nice. Honestly, the bangs, they work. It's 9:47 p.m. and I'm in Walmart. I'm getting married tomorrow, and I'm looking for ice picks and disposable cups and mini shot glasses. So yeah, we look real good for people who are about to get married. Well, yeah, let's check the fit check. Okay, we're getting balloons. Our own balloons, because we don't have people to do this shit for us yet. We did make sure we ate like a significant breakfast before the day because we knew it was going to be a lot, and I think that helped. Like, I think if we skipped that, so we ate in the morning, the next time we ate was like 8 p.m, and that was like we ate at like 9 to like 11 a.m. So yeah, definitely make sure you eat a hearty breakfast. Okay, yeah.
And my last regret is I brought a second dress to change into for the dancing portion of the ceremony, but I didn't bring any shoes. That means these were the only shoes I had to dance in all night, and they were so uncomfortable. I ended up just going barefoot, so make sure you bring a change of shoes.
Okay, yeah, no, that's smart. I did watch this ahead of time, so I already added some like white fuzzy slippers to my cart, and I know what you're thinking. You're like, what? But those seem like single-use items. I will be using them again. I love a fuzzy slipper. Like, I will wear it with every outfit, so don't worry, they will get use. Okay, but so those are all the wedding regrets. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this. I know that for me, watching these videos as I plan my wedding for 2026, that it's helpful to like keep things in perspective. Like, oh, okay, like make sure that like me and my partner are together on the day. Like, it makes you think as you're planning, like what are the things that are important to you. Yeah, so I really hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you next time.